This is what happens when we weigh ourselves down with ideas about who we are, what we're supposed to do, what other people think about us. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina. If you're new here, thanks for being here. Welcome. I do a bunch of random videos of all sorts of stuff, but I'm essentially here for life, and the realization of who we are is all that is. And so I'm excited to engage with you and connect with you. And if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications to get videos from me, because I do publish consistently weekly. So I'm doing a reading today. Someone reached out after my last reading asking for a free reading, which I'm happy to give. If you would like a free reading, I just pull one card and it's very intuitive, and just whatever point comes up is here for you. That's how I do it, and I share it on my YouTube. So if you're open to receiving one of those, I would love to do a reading for you. Just reach out, let me know you want one. Check the description box below for all other fun links to things that I am engaged with. So Vizoma, I'm going to pull a card from this random deck that I have for my sister-in-law. Oh no, just kidding. I'm not that one. Okay, what do I want? I guess maybe I'll do Osho. Osho's fun. Okay, we'll just pull a card from the Osho deck. So our card is this one. Suppression. Ooh, suppression. Okay, so what are you suppressing? Look at this image. This is someone holding themselves down, holding themselves back, keeping themselves in a very restricted place. Literally just itself is just tied up, and just, although there's an opening here, although the being could walk out of this and could step out of this suppression experience, they're looking down, they're holding themselves in. There's no way of even seeing that there's an openness above him and that he could probably step out of this thing. So, oh, look at that. I'm looking at this wrong. I thought he was like this, tucked like this, but actually his head, it's like he's in a box. Anyways, this is what happens when we weigh ourselves down with ideas about who we are, what we're supposed to do, what other people think about us. I did a video recently, the last Earth Magic reading, about giving away our power, so watch that, it's here. But this is really about letting go of our self-imposed limitations and what we've tied ourselves to. We've tied ourselves up with rope, and we've tied ourselves to things based on ideas about who we are, what we're supposed to do, and what other people think about us. Essentially, we have to get back to that realization of like, nothing defines us unless we say it defines us. As children, and I can only speak from my own experience, as children, we come into the world and we have parents that are maybe not aware of the potential of who we are, because they had parents who didn't know the potential in who they were, and they had parents, like, this is generational stuff that we're dealing with here. But you have parents that are unconscious who project their experiences onto their child. They blame their child for how they feel. They get stressed out. I mean, I have those moments with my son still, where I will get mad and angry, and I'll think that he's the problem, but I know he's not the problem, and I never allow that to be an actual truth within myself, because I know that that's not true. That's programming, where I feel frustrated, or I feel like someone else is causing me to feel this way. Someone is causing me to feel the way that I do. Someone's lack of responsibility, or their lack of motivation, or their lack of awareness is causing me to feel this. That's not true. No one is causing you to feel any way. You already accept and allow that experience within yourself, and that's why other people are able to make you feel the way that you do. And this is a suppression, because we give other people the power to determine how we feel, and we abdicate our power, which is our responsibility, to who we are as the source, cause, origin of everything in our life. And we give that power away, and we just make ourselves so insignificant, so small, so suppressed, so like stuffed down, and we're just, it's just destructive, and it's just not helpful or beneficial. And so the key here is responsibility. You have to be willing to take 100% responsibility for every thought, feeling, emotion that you have. No one is doing anything to you. No one's doing anything to you. No one is doing anything to you. And even if they were, you're accepting and allowing yourself to experience yourself the way that you do. So the responsibility still lies within you, because you don't have to let anyone make you feel any way. And not to say that you shouldn't. You can have your feelings of anger and frustration, and You can do all that, but it's just to realize like the power that you have is in realizing the responsibility you have to what you feel, and that no one can do anything to you. No one's doing anything to you. No one can prevent something from happening in your life. No one can prevent you from living your utmost life. Like, you are not stuck, and no one's holding you back, and nothing's keeping you from doing what you need to do or want to do to fulfill your utmost potential except for you. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. Like, if you wanted to be different or to have a different experience, you can do that, but you have to put all your excuses aside, and you have to step into that willingness of like, okay, I'm going to trust that there is a solution here. There is a way for me to create what I want to create because I have the will for it. But I know that I have to stop blaming other people, and I have to stop suggesting that other people are the problem, or the world system is the problem, or my condition is a problem, or my living experience is a problem. It's not. There is a solution to everything. This card is just really letting go. Like, stop pushing yourself down. Stop holding yourself back. Stop tying yourself up. Stop keeping yourself from expanding the way you actually want to expand. Another perspective is this is just a seed. You're a seed. You're in the dark. You're enclosed off. You're, encapsulated in the darkness, and you're busy germinating. And you're busy about to burst through. Like, this is an exciting space to be in also. And not to paint it dark or negative or bad, but that's just the space that you're in, and there's always a change possible. So it's just a matter of if you're willing to recognize where you're at, the value in where you're at, that you can actually learn a great ton from where you're at and what you experience. And there's always like room to expand and to grow and to, maybe pop out of that seed and start growing upwards and start expanding in who you are. That's the point that's coming up. Let me do a book definition and see what we have. The figure in this card is quite literally all tied up in knots. His light still shines within, but he has repressed his own vitality, trying to meet so many demands and expectations. He has given up all his power and vision to return for being accepted by the very same forces that have imprisoned him. The danger of suppressing one's natural energy in this way is apparent in the cracks of the volcanic eruption about to take place around the edges of the image. The real message of the card is to find a healing outlet for the potential explosion. It is essential to find a way to release whatever tensions and stresses might be building up inside of you right now. Beat on a pillow, jump up and down, go out to the wilderness and scream into the empty sky. Anything to shake up your energy and allow it to circulate freely. Don't wait for catastrophe to happen. This is such a good point, and this brings up that point of when we get to that point where we're about to fucking boil over into it's because we know that we're not living for ourselves, we're not honoring ourselves, we're not valuing ourselves. And the way that we can start to do that is start living your life where you make yourself and your happiness and your joy and your creative outlet a priority. Stop putting other people first. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks about you. It doesn't matter if people are going to be mad at you. You need to do what is best for you, because that is going to be best for everyone. And whatever that is, it doesn't matter what it looks like to anyone else. It doesn't even necessarily matter what it looks like to you, because you're going to probably resist what you actually want to be doing because we've been so programmed to go against that. But tune into that point of like living for yourself. What do you want to do, Azuma? What do you really want to do with yourself? And on a very like day-to-day basis, direct yourself in your life according to what you want to do and not what you think you're supposed to do or you should do. This is part of breaking down this world construct that we've created where we think the world has got to run in this one way when there's other ways to be. And so you have to start being different. And so one of the ways that I have found to be really supportive in calming the inner storm is to start doing for me, living for me. Stop living for other people. Stop doing what you think other people want you to do. Stop showing up for other people. Show up for yourself. Do what you want to do. Express yourself the way you want to express yourself. Like, seriously, get back to the things that bring you joy and are fun for you, and you will see a whole new world open up for you. And a lot of like anger and resentments will dissipate because there's no need for it anymore, because now you're living for yourself. Your life has become yours again. Okay, in Sanskrit, the name is Alavigan, the house where you go on throwing into the basement things that you want to do but you cannot because of social conditions, culture, civilization. But they go on collecting there and they affect your actions, your life very indirectly. Directly, they cannot face you. You have forced them into darkness, but from the dark side, they go on influencing your behavior. They are dangerous. It is dangerous to keep all those inhibitions inside of you. It is possible that these are the things that come to a climax when a person goes insane. Insanity is nothing but all these suppressions coming to a point where you cannot control them anymore. But madness is acceptable while meditation is not. And meditation is the only way to make you absolutely sane. Yeah, it's just that point of stop suppressing yourself by living for other people or what you think you're supposed to do in the eyes of your current life situation, and start finding ways to live for yourself and finding ways to live for yourself. What do you want to do with yourself? What makes you happy? What gets you excited? What makes you eager about life? What are the things that you want to do that would be really fun? Do that. Honor yourself and do that, and gift yourself with that, because it makes a huge difference, and a whole world and perspective and view of things will open up for you. So I hope this reading supports. If there's any points that are unclear or you want further perspective on, let me know. I will definitely share and expand. Otherwise, if anything came up you want to share in the comments, you, the viewer, that is not you, Zoma, if you found any value in this or have further perspective to share, I would love to hear it. Thanks for walking with. See you next time.